Hello and welcome back to the 11U1 official YouTube channel. Today we're doing another replay review. This time an encounter battle on El Haluf in the Kranvagn. This was another battle taken directly from the Twitch channel, the link to which you can find in the description below, during one of my Mark of Excellence grinding sessions. So this replay, unlike last week, isn't necessarily the kind of tense situation that we experienced at the end of the last replay last week. It is mainly something that I wasn't really expecting going into this battle. It was... I achieved something that I have never done before, and I can't necessarily say that it was in part to the tank, but I can definitely say that it helped because for me personally, the Kranvagn really fits my playstyle. I really enjoy how versatile it is on ridge lines with its 12 degrees of gun depression. At least I believe, don't quote me on that, but I do believe it's 12 degrees. And so, yeah, this is kind of the perfect situation, right? We have that 3-5-7, or I guess in this case it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 3, 6, 6. Matchmaking, that kind of template format. So it couldn't be much better for me. There is one artillery, and playing in this position that I'm going to be going to here shortly, it can be a nuisance, but it doesn't prove to be much of a problem for me. So Progetto doesn't stand a chance against me in a 2-7-7 rushing into this dip here. I decided to be aggressive because they hadn't shown... we hadn't spotted anyone here when I pushed from here. So my thought was, well, going on that corner, that I can take advantage of the Progetto, who wasn't paying attention to me, but rather was paying attention to the CS-53 that was in the cap circle. At this point, I'm thinking, well, now I have the opportunity to farm everyone on this ridgeline because, realistically speaking, me and this Emil 2 are going to be able to absolutely dominate on a ridgeline with how much gun depression, how much turret armor we have, and our very powerful clips. Now, the 440 alpha damage, or average alpha damage of this tank makes the clip super strong. It's 3 shots. I believe it used to be 4, but they decided to adjust the tank and the way the gun works a little bit. So it now no longer has 4 shots, but has 3 shots at 440 alpha. But the clip reload, I think, at least for what I've been able to get it down to, is around 19 or so seconds. So that's pretty dang good, and makes the DPM quite powerful in this tank. So now that me and the Emil have pushed off any opposition off of the hill, I decide to go put pressure on this corner. I make a bit of an interesting peek there, not really getting any kind of trade. But I know the T-30 is fired, so I feel safe peeking this angle. There are multiple enemies there, however, so I decided to go on a clip with only 1 shot remaining. A T-34 shows up behind me. I'm not super worried, though, because the 277's got my back, so... I do decide to load a heat clip here because there's a mouse and a Panzerkampfwagen and some very heavily armored German heavy tanks. But once I do load the gold here, it will not be a problem at all to go through the cheeks of the mouse. This Tiger 2 shows up out of nowhere. I take them out because they kind of overextend over the corner trying to get a shot in, leaving me on another reload. So what this shows is that if you use your teammates to your advantage with their single shotguns, and you use your clip to move around the shots of the enemy team, you can very, very quickly start to rack up lots and lots of damage because of your fast bursts of damage that you're releasing yourself. So I go ahead and finish off the mouse here, going on another clip reload, leaving the Panzerkampfwagen 7, the T-30, and the M46 Patton as the only ones left on this close corner. The M46 decides to fall back as they are in 1 shot. The T-30 and Panzerkampfwagen 7 are left alone to defend. The Panzerkampfwagen, with its very obvious and protruding weak point, allows me to get some free damage. I somehow bounce off of the side. I think I might have actually accidentally aimed too far to the left there. No matter, though, because we still do quite a bit. And a T-110E5 is, surprisingly, is spotted in the back, I believe, for the first time in this battle, at least from what I've noticed. A Scorpion G also shows up, interestingly deciding to peek me there. The T-30 attempts to escape. I bounced the last shot to get the finishing damaging shot on the T-30 to get them killed. Unfortunately, I also receive an APCR round for them, rolling for 830. But we are now up to 7,700 damage, which is quite impressive considering how long this game has been going on. Just now 5 minutes, I do believe. So, Panzer Kranvagn has fired. I finish them off. I still have 2 shots left, so I decide not to reload yet, as I can still capitalize off of this T-110E5, but I do miss the shot there, unfortunately, so I do decide to go on a reload with only 1 shot remaining. A couple of my teammates go down there. This Emil and I are now holding the frontal position on this mound. And so as I reload this clip, I'm thinking, okay, they have a lot of tank destroyers left that could be sitting in the back, but I do see that the Jagdtiger and the Scorpion especially are pretty close to me, so that shouldn't be a problem. The Scorpion isn't even paying attention to me, and so I do believe I'll be able to take advantage of that. I decided to do a bit of side scraping, trying to bait out the shot. I do notice that there's a T-95 behind me, however, which I can use to my advantage. The Scorpion G backs up. I put a shot into them. I also clutch a shot into the cupola of the T-110E5. I'm having some difficulty aiming here because I'm not only stunned, but I also get bumped by my T-95. I don't believe that was intentional, but my bloom was absolutely horrid there, nonetheless, because of the artillery stun. That leaves me on another clip to go on to. The T-95 is going to put a big slug of HP taken away from the E5. I reload my clip, and I should be able to finish them off here right now. So, leaving myself on 1 shell, I once again hit the reload. I'm now up to 9,596 damage, which just does barely top my most damage of all time, which is interesting because just the day before this battle took place, I did 9,500 damage or so in my 277. So I had been cranking out some serious results in the past few days. So, finishing off the Jagdtiger, that puts me up to almost 10,000 damage. Now the question remains, will I be able to get up to 10k? I do not know the location of the GW Tiger. They could be up here, they could be over in this dip. The Lorraine, I also don't know what their HP is on, so I could still get a lot of damage to do here. The Lorraine is unfortunately not only peeking while I'm reloading, but also only on 200 HP. The GW Tiger is spotted. Will I get the shot in to go over 10,000 damage? Oh, and I whiffed the shell. Tragic, unfortunate result. If I had aimed just a little bit longer, I maybe could have done the job. Alrighty guys, so taking a look at the post-game stats, we can see that that was an Ace Tanker badge with a Hand of God, Bruiser, Duelist, Fighter, and Fire for effect to accompany it, as well as a High Caliber for the 9,854 damage with 1,383 base experience. I fired 29 shots with 27 hitting and 24 pens, so my accuracy was pretty decent there. I did whiff a few pretty easy shots here and there, but considering I was firing heat, most of my shots were able to pen. And also for that fact, even with the premium account, I did lose 65,000 credits. So, but for me, that doesn't really matter because I nearly did 10,000 damage. And that was good enough for me. I did only block 1,480 damage with my armor. Obviously, I was in a very good position at the beginning of the battle when I was working that ridgeline. So I was able to deflect some shells there, but for the most part, I was fighting on level ground or on higher ground, so people were able to easily shoot into my hull and my cupolas. So I wasn't able to truly benefit from the gun depression and turret armor combination that comes with the Kranvagn. But overall, very happy with this result. I still have yet to top this damage amount, so we shall see whether I can achieve anything higher. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys so much for watching this week's weekly replay review. If you did enjoy, please do make sure to let me know in the comments down below. Give any feedback that you think might be important to take note of for future videos to change or to keep the same. And yeah, also be sure to leave a like if you did like this video, and share it with your friends and family if they are, if they enjoy World of Tanks content. And most importantly, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on your post notifications so you can know when videos come out, which we have currently established as every Sunday. So be sure to stay tuned for that. And yeah, other than that, thank you guys once again so much for watching, and I will see you guys all in the next one.